Hi and a very warm welcome to the Grassroots weekend. The show is starting off with Friday the 2nd of August. Dear me, how quick are these months flying. Next month you start your winter leagues. I just can't believe it, and I know plenty of you teams out there are all in tournaments. I think all your summer leagues are finished now. So you've got tournaments, friendly games, getting new players in, starting to work with your old team. Any under 8s out there, we're looking for 2 players there to join probably a successful under 8 old DXTL team, and they're playing for Genoa. Genoa now for JFA, Jennings Football Academy. So if you want to get involved, then it's on a Saturday league, and 9 times out of 10, 9 a.m. in the morning kick-off, and it'll be for the North Liverpool JFL, which is held at Jeffrey Humble. That's the old Watling Caretail Centre, if you remember that, not the Watling Caretail. Well, it used to be the league there when it was grass pitches, but it's the hub. Anyone who knows it, Jeffrey Humble, and for Zachley or Aintree, whichever way you want to put it. Well, there you go, team, and get in touch with myself, Mal at don'ttexttheline.com. If you've got a bit of experience, even better. And they're looking to play on the Saturday. They can play for the team on the Sunday if they need to. Anyway, get in touch with myself and add me as a friend on Facebook, Twitter, all the local network sites, as well as, there was a little fly by the way, as well as Twitter and LinkedIn. There you go. Right, very, very, very proactive day today. I must admit, finished work, and I had a nice meeting, a very proactive meeting. Grassroots football. Do you want change? Do you want change? Yes, you do. Now, I've been inundated with plenty of requests. Anyone who knows me knows I had a local meeting with Dan Carden, MP. Now the Labour government is in power. We expect a lot of support with Don't Cross the Line for the work that we do. We've been in power since 2003, and also I have been in grassroots football for over 40 odd years, so I know the ins and outs of grassroots football. Been there, done it, wore the t-shirt, and made a difference within grassroots football with our campaign, or campaign should I say. We have Don't Cross the Line, we have our Respect campaign, we have a few campaigns going on, even our Heart of Gold initiatives, and we're doing that for mental health, disadvantaged children. We've got activities going. We've had a break, a 12-month break now coming into August, because we've done the Yorkshire Three Peaks in 12 hours last year, and to be honest, we were burnt out, absolutely burnt out. I was, and we were taking the back seat a little bit just for the 12-month break, and then we're going to restart and get our activities going again. And Heart of Gold will be doing activities to help people around and about. But before I go anywhere else, I haven't put on social media, not at all, because I've waited for my podcast, but my condolences go out to the 3 young girls who tragically lost their lives in Southport over a week ago now, or just on the Monday, should we say. It was devastating. It's a devastating loss, not just for the communities themselves, for the parents, for the families, those young children, those young girls who were Taylor Swift. They were just going to do a bit of dancing and a bit of music, and it was sold out. And obviously for the adults as well who were involved in the incident. It's not right. It's not right what's happening within our communities. We need to put a stop, and we don't need to put a stop to it by the violence that's going on in the community themselves. Let the people grieve, let the parents, let the families grieve over their lost ones and their young loves. You just need to take a back seat. Forget about any violence. It gets you nowhere. It really, really doesn't. It gets you arrested and then charged. So if that's the way it should be, we need to let the authorities deal with it now. You've got to look at the police authorities, fire service and the ambulance service on that Monday morning, where they were doing their utmost to save the children getting involved, and the volunteers who actually ran in to help. And you know, were unaware of what dangers lie ahead, or they were aware of dangers and they still went in to help. So well done to each and every one of you there. But please take a back seat, let the authorities deal with it, and leave the families to grieve, please, in peace. And we're looking to doing something with the Heart of Gold over the next few weeks. But we'll be in touch. We'll definitely be in touch. We just wanted to take a back seat. And that's the way to be, you know, because people don't want to hear you drumming, banging the drum over it at the moment. So again, our condolences go to the 3 young girls who lost their lives, and we just hope that every other child, and we do know a couple have been released from hospital, thank heavens for that, and the ones who are still in hospital, even the adults, please pull through. The whole world basically is thinking of you, and we are at Don't Cross the Line. So from all of us here in our Heart of Gold initiatives and our team of volunteers, we send condolences, and we hope each and every one of those youngsters who have been through the trauma, please have a quick recovery time, and our thoughts are all with you. Okay, we'll go back to our meeting, our very proactive meeting, where we had a meeting with Dan Carden today, and this is regarding grassroots football. It was a very proactive meeting, and with the best meeting that I've had, because last meetings that I have with him were obviously when they weren't in power, but now Labour are there. Dan's got a bit more pull, and they're looking to support us in every which way they can. And there's going to be quite a few of them, and I'm also emailing Ian Byrne, MP, as well, because the more on board with us, Don't Cross the Line, the better and the merrier. Thanks to Val, who's taken all the notes there today. Now we want to make it bigger and better, and we want to go higher and higher. And hopefully, there's a meeting there along the way with Alison McGovern, and that's what the MPs are going to push for, to help me out to get this meeting, to put my points of view across. And I've had a few disappointments, should I say, from people who want to make change, and we do want to make change in grassroots football. And I've wrote down, and I went through it with Dan today, and there are concerns, and more concerns about teams that are folding. You know, we folded Don't Cross the Line. It was more of an experiment over 2 years, and we had an unblemished record with the 2 teams there, 7s and 8s, going into 8s and 9s this season with JFA. I'm going to team up with JFA Academy as well, making a difference, hopefully, in grassroots football with Don't Cross the Line, our Respect campaign, and even our Heart of Gold. But there's a lot to be moving on with in the meantime. So yes, draft my letter up, and fingers crossed we get this meeting with Alison McGovern, the Sports Minister, and we will make a difference. Our fight is your fight. We are fighting for everything in grassroots football. The things that I don't are my concerns, and other people's concerns as well. And one of those concerns is the cost of grassroots football. To be honest, kids, disadvantaged children, kids suffering mental health. This is what we don't want in grassroots football. We want to try and make a difference, and we know there's other corners and other things more important than football. But to be honest, you know, people talk about how football and sport and activities can save the life of someone, people getting involved, and this is what we're talking about. So it is, in certain aspects of areas in football, sport and activities can save the lives of people who are really suffering depression, from mental health, to get back involved in something that keeps their mind very active indeed. So we are making a difference. We want to make a difference. If you've got any thoughts that you think that we could make a difference with in grassroots football, I've got them all wrote down, and we are really going for price increases. We are going to have a say. It's about time that an independent campaign has a say as well. We've been established, or I myself, for over 40 odd years in grassroots football. The Don't Cross the Line campaign has been established since 2003. We are now a CIC, a community interest company. That means that everything that we do goes right back into grassroots football, the work that we're doing. And they say the studio, it's all about the kids. They're off on their holidays at the moment. They'll be back in about 4 weeks' time. But in the meantime, I'm taking over the show, and obviously I'll have 1 or 2 guests coming in as well, because they're all queuing up. They're all mostly on holidays at the moment, because it is August and it's only around the corner before the 24-25 season starts. But we have got our work cut out, because we are making a difference, and we want to make a difference. We want to bring the cost of grassroots football down. We want to make it more affordable. We want to make training facilities more affordable. I think it's about time that someone makes a difference and gets behind you, the managers, the coaches, the kids in grassroots football, and your committees as well, and you know, the referees. Everything that we can do to make a difference, we want to make a difference. We want to bring costs down so kids can have affordable football and go on tournaments. There's less and less teams going out on tournaments. It used to be many years ago, all over Wales, all over tournaments. There is teams that still go there, teams that will manage, but those teams we expect to come on board and support the teams who can't manage and are folding. We don't want any more teams folding. Now, I'm sure if we went to the County FA and looked at the records, there will be quite a few teams folding for this coming season. Yes, we will have 1 or 2 new teams coming back into the game, but even midway, we'll see teams struggling to make ends meet, and that is what we want to do, to make a difference, to make sure that we haven't got this problem in grassroots football. Kids can go out and enjoy grassroots football without having to miss any weeks because they can't afford their subs to the clubs, to the teams, and to pay their league fees. We want to make a difference, and by God we will make a difference, because I have made it my commitment to make sure that this year, because I've got no teams to run this time, full commitment on the respect, also heart of gold, and also don't cross the line, because we need to look into grassroots football. We're independent and we are getting the backing. We have the backing of football's governing bodies supporting us with the work that we do, but we want to make a difference and make it affordable, as we say, for the kids involved in grassroots football as well. On to the days have gone where kids are queuing up to do backpacking in the big superstores. You see them, but now and again, it used to be every week, week in, week out. Now stores are pulling away from that because they know it's like begging, and kids, it's like putting kids in adults' faces who are just about being able to afford their groceries in the week, and they don't want to be, even though they will put an extra £1 in the bucket to help the kids do fundraising, to go away and take part in activities and play other teams, meet other teams in say your Prestons, your Manchesters, and even Wales and further afield abroad if the tournaments are on there. But I'm sure these tournament organisations have seen a big dramatic and decline in teams going abroad to play football matches or go and meet academies. I believe there is. So if we can help and make a difference and keep more money in your team's pockets, then I'm sure you should get on board with us and make a difference. It's better in your pockets and the kids' pockets than going to governing bodies. We need to support you, and we're going to support you. We've got a fight on. We want to change. The Labour government is in. They're looking for change, and boy, do we want to change the face of grassroots football. Not in the game itself, but behind the scenes. We want to make it more affordable for teams out there, less paying for these courses, for managers, for volunteers, make them free, make sure there's some hubs opened up where free football for kids who are struggling can be played. We want coaches out there who can train them. Make it free, open it up and cut the cost of training for teams who struggle as well. Because we look at quarter pitches there for under 7s, 8s, 9-year-olds, and we were talking to secretaries who had turned around and said to us, they can't put teams on there, they can't afford them. A quarter pitch for £51 per hour, wrong. Council fees going up for pitches, I think it's around about 10%, wrong. We want that. We want to know where that money goes, by the way. You can say that we're funding these hubs and we're getting on more games because grassroots football on grass has been postponed. What about the teams? And I'm quoting this off one of the secretaries who came to me, where they've had a missing 9 to 10 weeks in football, and then they're playing catch up at the end of that when the weather gets a bit better, and they're playing 2-3 games a week per week, but they paid for the 9 weeks that they didn't have. So and they're asking the question, where is the money going that they paid for that? And they're just, if there's an extension, it's a couple of weeks, you don't get the full extension over the weeks to see these games out. And yes, they can say they want to look after the pitches, but they're being closed for 9 to 10 weeks. So we're looking as to where the money has gone from the council. And the MP is going to set me up with the council so we can have a debate and we can have a chat, and then we're going to go further afield, and we want the government to support Don't Cross the Line and the work that it does in grassroots football and has been doing, and want to make a difference, keeping these costs down and making it more beneficial in the parents' pockets and the kids' pockets when they go out week in, week out. And it's not just about football kids. Parents need presents. They've got other members of the family who don't participate in sports. They have to buy presents. When Christmas comes, when birthdays come, you've got to look, they need a family life. And I know what they're trying to do. Many of these parents and guardians will try their very, very best to put as much money into the grandchildren or their children's pockets to help them out with obesity, and that is a factor as well. On Merseyside, there's a lot of kids there struggling with obesity. We need to make a difference in all sports to help the kids get fitter. We need to put on free activities for them. We really do. And we need your support in doing that. So get behind Don't Cross the Line, and let's make some of these hubs free. You can turn around and say, but we make a difference. If the kids turn up between certain times, it's only £35 an hour. The kids can't turn up because the parents are hopefully working, because you want them to benefit their children in a working life. But if they're not, they can't make it till after 5 o'clock. And I think 5 o'clock becomes peak hour then. So you can see the wangling there. It's wrong. It really is wrong. We need to make sure that there's a set price for the kids to train at each groups, and you need a good funding package to make a difference for the kids to go in there more affordable. Many managers are contacting me, their coaches, teams who are organisations, and saying they can't afford it. It's not just on Merseyside, it is throughout the country, and I believe Newcastle, the likes of them, the kids struggling. Now we've got the Labour government in, let's make a difference, let's pull together and let's make change in grassroots football. And make change is having more change in your pocket to make sure that the kids are benefiting as well as the parents. Change in your pockets. That is what we want to do with the Labour government, and get some funding in for you, rather than it going to your governing bodies, your local county FAs, who will give you funding packages or put you in funding packages. You've got to wear someone's kit. If you're getting a football kit, you've got to participate in courses before you can get any funding. You've got to be members of certain things that they do. And now, come on, what about little Freddie's team, who's just started, got loads of kids together and wants to put a team together, and then he has to pay for his courses. It's costing a fortune. Then he has to realise that he's got to do all the admin himself as well, taking over from leagues, send it in. So it's making the work a lot more easy for leagues and the FA itself, because you have the whole game, excuse me, whole game system where you have to do all the way. Now some people will go, wow, dead simple. It's dead simple, but it's voluntary. I'm coming home, I've got to go to work, and I'm coming home, or I did come home having a game, and many of these coaches out there are looking at this as well. And especially if you've got 20 odd teams or something, and you've got to do every team, you know, with the photographs, with everything, who's the manager, who's running the team, who's got the DBS, who's got the safeguarding. Think of all this that this manager, this volunteer, this coach is doing to make sure that kids can play football. Yes, the courses are essential, but make it cheaper, make it free if you can. And I work with an organisation there, and Paul Cooper and Ernie Brennan. They want free football, and it should be, and they're going to jump on board with us at the Children's Football Alliance. They're going to jump on board with us and make a difference. I know they are. We need authorities to help out. But we've got our ideas, we've put them together, and people could say, well, why didn't you go to the local county FA and work with them? I'm round the corner, I'm here all the time. I should not have to get in touch. I'm now independent, and I want to make that difference with you, the managers and coaches out there. So we want to work together. And those managers and coaches who think, nah, we can raise this, we can raise that, that is entirely up to yourselves. No one's asking you to come on board. You do what you do. But you've got to think of the bigger picture and think of your parents as well. You've got to think of the parents and what they're going through and what the kids are going through. But yeah, we are looking at the bigger picture, and we want to make a difference. We want change in your pockets, and we will do, work with Dan Carden, hopefully Ian Baird, and the Labour government themselves to make a difference to grassroots football. Hope you've enjoyed the show. You can always get in touch with me, mal@tonetexttheline.com. If you want to get involved, if you want to have your say, send us an email, let me know what you think, and hopefully if we get this meeting with Alison McGovern, which looks more than likely, yeah, we can put more points of view together. But work with Don't Cross the Line. Work with us, not against us. And we'll speak to you tomorrow. See you tomorrow on the Grassroots Show. Myself, Mal, and all the team here at the Grassroots Show. Don't Cross the Line, Respect Programme, No Ref, No Game, Heart of Gold initiatives. We'll see you tomorrow. Enjoy the Olympics. Good night, God bless.